Hopefully you can hear me nice and clearly now. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my voice because my headset's actually charged now. I mean, how far are you into the Russian tech tree anyway? Are you quite far? So I assume you're not if you bought the MiG-23. So if I had to make an assumption, I would say you're what, tier 1 and 2 maybe? Possibly tier 3? So, hey man, that weird. Yeah, it sort of depends how far into the tech tree you are, because obviously with War Thunder you can just change tech trees. You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose anything. And what I tend to do is just grind to a set point for a tech tree, and if I get bored, I just go to another one and just start doing another one. Or I set myself like a little goal, like I don't know. Go for the Spitfire Mark 1A, grind to that, and right, I've got that, do anything else, or anything else in that tree, yep, keep going, or, excuse me, go to another tree. Oh, hang on. Sorry, texting, playing this and streaming is really difficult to do. Right. See if we can do just as good as the first game I did. Although I don't know, so it's a bit of an up tier. So we've got F-16s, I think. F-16s and 15s. So 15s or F-14s? No. Damn, it's actually quite a decent spread. Let's go for that tornado. Getting on that one on the right. Ooh, watch that. Someone behind me. Come on. It's got to get him, surely. Yep, that's got him. He's down. F-104 next. Hang on. Third one, two. Oh god, hang on. 2 seconds and I can read that. What's behind me? Anything? No, nothing. So let me just deal with these F-104s. Just one down. Sky Flash, do your thing. Or not, apparently. Oh shit. Come on, please stay on track. Stay on track, stay on track, stay on track, stay on track. Damn it. I was so hoping to get him. So tough. I forgot I turned off the countermeasures. Right, where was we? Out of all honesty, what's your role? What's your goal, should I say? When it comes to a tech tree to grind, like, what are you looking for? Are you looking for top tier as soon as, or are you looking just to get it ground out as quickly as possible, or is there like a set of vehicle you have in mind? you know, that sort of thing. Because for me personally, I mean, I've got, I think now I think of it, I've actually got a premium virtually every nation apart from Japan, Italy, and France. No, I've got one in France. So, oh, Jesus Christ, hold up. So, it depends, because, so I'm just trying to sort my presets out. Right, it depends what your playstyle is, because if you're, you know, because everyone's playstyle's different, and you have to try and sort of learn the playstyles of each aircraft. I mean, you saw me to start with this F3, absolutely terrible. That's because I've never used it before. You know, I've used the German one that I got out of the War Thunder event, which is good, but again, obviously I've not actually used it that much. I mean, this definitely differs compared to the German one. If I had to be honest, I mean, for me personally, I think the best bet is looking at, if you do wish to get a premium aircraft, look at round about 10.3, 10.0 BR battle rating, because there's not many to choose from. But the whole reason being is that you kind of get, it's sort of the early stages of radar, missiles. You do get a little bit of A9L spam in that as well, but it's a little bit more manageable. Whereas if you get something like the F4J UK, which is the British F4J Phantom, you end up essentially top tier all the time. You know, very rare occasions you'll find yourself at, I think it's at 11.7, I think it's, or is it, no, it's 11.3, same as this. But you don't, I mean, personally, I don't see them in this game mode a lot. Especially in these matches, I don't see a lot of F4Js or F4J UKs. It's quite rare. And ideally, you do want to try and make it a bit more easy for yourself, particularly when you're bearing in mind you're going up with, you're facing players that have played for, years. Oh, he's just crashed into the ground, thanks. Yeah. Oh, and he's getting to the ground as well. It's going well, isn't it, already? That's not going to track at all. Stop this. Oh, crap. Oh, that was dog shit. Fun with all the controls all at once. Yeah. So essentially, hang on. I know what I'll do. I'll kind of, if I can, I'll visualise it so it makes more sense. Let's have a look. Right. So, obviously F4J UK. Let's go customization. So, F4J sits at 11.3. You get, take your time. There we go. So you get Skyflash missiles and A9Gs, along with the gun pod, which is very good, especially with Skyflashes. They're very, very good missiles. They're very, very good radar missiles, because you can lock onto an enemy and you could lose radar lock for a split second, but the missile sometimes, particularly if the aircraft is not moving like left to right, up and down, all of that is sort of maintaining its course, it'll guide it straight to the target. But obviously that issue you have is that you're going to face GR1 tornadoes, other phantoms. So the FGR 2 and 1 have got Rolls-Royce Spey engines, so they've got better acceleration. This one doesn't. It only comes with the standard J79 engines. It also doesn't come with, I believe it doesn't come with the Agile Eagle upgrade, so it can't turn as tight. So for me personally, particularly using this, I wouldn't choose it. This wouldn't be my first choice. Also, the next one I had, which this one was probably the best one I ever had, which was the Kafir, because this sits at 10.7. You've got countermeasures and IR missiles, so you get radar, AIM-9G heat seekers. However, you don't get a radar missile. But the beauty of that is you still have cannons and you have a good maneuverability. So you go against things. So you could end up seeing things like Shahaks. I mean, back in the day, but back when this kind of was first released, you did seem to face a lot of F-105s. Was it F-105s, MiG-19s, I think it was the early stage MiG-21. It doesn't have countermeasures and whatnot. I haven't actually used Sweden at all, as you can tell. I mean, that's probably a good one as well, the Draken, just because it's a 10.0. Let's have a look. What else do we have? Yeah, definitely not that. Definitely not the Mirage, because that's gonna that will sit you at 11.3, same as the F4J UK. That's going to sit you basically at top tier. I know people tend to say, "Oh, it's not top tier." It's not. It is top tier. That will face things. That will be basically ripping your hair out all the time, because you'll have a lot of vehicles that will be BVR capabilities. I even see it now with like the Tornadoes and things, particularly with like the F-14s. They're not too bad because they just tend to fire all their missiles and that's it. But obviously, when you get things like the F-15 and the F-16, it's a bit more difficult because it's obviously more concentrated and their performance is better than what yours is, particularly when you're just starting out. Obviously, you've got the F-104, which is the Turkish variant, but that is awful. That honestly, that is awful. That premiums, do not even touch that. What about China? That's okay, I think. The F5, the A5C, from what I've seen, that performs quite well. That does come with, I believe it comes with Magics. Yeah. So you get Magics, which are rear aspect IR missiles, and obviously a choice of rear aspect only. But the Magics are pretty potent. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so you do get that quite a lot. What's in Japan? Let's have a look. If you have just joined, I'm just giving some advice, and then we'll be back with the Tornado. Still not sure. There's not really a lot of Japan, bar from the Phantom, but even then, that's going to face anything above it. So obviously, F-15, F-16s. Obviously, been to Great Britain, and if we go down to Russian territory, obviously you got the Su-25, which is pretty good. Because that's obviously essentially just the A-10. And obviously, bearing in mind, if you choose a 10.7, 10.0 aircraft, particularly like the Draken or the Israeli Kafir with canards, you're going to see a lot of Su-25s, A-10s, and those obviously they have. I believe this does actually have. Does it have all aspect? I'm pretty sure it does. I could be wrong. Yes, so it does have R60 MKs, which are all aspect missiles. Yeah, do you know what, I'll be honest with you, there's so many aircraft I struggle to remember sometimes. So obviously there's my Marine Flieger Tornado. Best option, I think. Oh, that's not a premium. I thought that was premium. I was going to say this is a premium, but it's not. Okay. Hang on. Was it said base bombing? Was your style, wasn't it? Oops. Okay. See, the thing is, with... See, why did they bring this in? Like, why? That's just the up-tiered F5. Sorry, completely off the sidetrack. Obviously, for the US, you've got obviously quite a few choices. You've got the AV8 Harrier, the A10, F5C, A6E. I would say personally, because a lot of people do like the F5 just for its performance. Obviously, because you can carry bombs, it has missiles, it's got good performance in acceleration and maneuverability. Other than that, I think that's about it. That's all I can really offer, to be quite honest. Oh, make sure I'm using the right thing. Right. Yeah. I mean, the only difficult option you've got really is if you're obviously base bomb, particularly at on this sort of BR rating. It's quite what's the word? It's quite rushed. So a lot of the time you see a lot of players, you'll notice it in a minute when we spawn in. You'll get quite a lot of them. They'll take bombs and rockets. They'll fly out as quickly as they can, hit a base or two, and then come back or get blown up and destroyed. And I mean, see that, as you can see, F4Js. Oh, it's F4J UK. Now I've just noticed. Yeah, so those aircraft, obviously, they're going to go out with bombs, try and hit the bases, and then obviously get destroyed and come back. Excuse me. I'll be honest, that was kind of my playstyle when I first started out for quite a while. Was going, hitting bases, coming back, but that for me was only really for the early tier or the early mid tiers. And I started hitting higher tiers, so I'll use the better example from the Lancaster onwards. I sort of crept away from, particularly in realistic battles anyway, I kind of crept away from that from that sort of decision, because I found I spent a lot of my time getting hit and blown up, and spending a lot of my time in the hangar just trying to find another, like another match, which is a pain. Don't get me wrong, it is an absolute pain. I do go out and bomb like Grand Tarkus and things now and again. It just depends. It depends the feel of the map, and obviously when you're playing like this sort of BR, everyone is basically doing the same thing. It is, everyone can carry bombs, everyone can carry missiles, so you can sort of go out, attack a base, or even defend yourself against an enemy bomber or an enemy jet rather, and then go back, get bombs, and then come back. We need to, I mean, if I do get a larger map, so one of those extra large maps, I'll try and show you what I mean, because I do tend to do that quite often with shit. I was trying to watch that missile track into that F5 hole. Yeah, so if we can get a bigger map, I'll try and show you what I mean, but essentially I'll kind of go out as like a air support, do my business, and then when sort of there's less aircraft about to do the bombing runs, I'll go back, take bombs. Actually, I can't because I've got the fighter tornado. Forget I just said that, but if you have like an F4 Phantom or whatever, if anything that can carry bombs, go out, clear the sky a little bit, come back, get some bombs if there's enough time, go out, bomb, I don't know, a base or a couple of ground targets, and then that's usually the match. Obviously, it's sort of learn to read the map and learn what's developing around the map, because a lot of the time you do find that the ones that tend to get shot down the quickest and the most frequently, sorry, I'm just sorting the headset out, ones that do get shot down quite frequently are the ones that take out the bombs, the rockets, the missiles, the air to ground roll, unfortunately. Oops. And I've just realised I need fuel tanks. Nice one, me. But there is no way right. So, being this is a big map, take out the fuel tanks. Let's try this again, shall we? Is that F4E crashing? I think he is. No, it's coming back to land, hopefully. It's coming back. My guess is that other Phantoms crashed into them. Right. Okay. Right, so with large maps like this, particularly spawn in, I tend to look for friendly bases and think, right, the enemy's coming up, where are they look like? If there's a base attacker, where are they going to go? They're going to go to these two here. So I'm going to try and plot my course accordingly, hopefully. Excuse me. Hopefully intercept any bombers or fighters that are coming this way. And another piece of advice I have is, if you do, or when you do eventually reach top tier, particularly when you're spading aircraft, that sort of thing, always plan for large maps. So, because obviously these jets just burn fuel like you wouldn't believe. Always try and make a preset, like I have. I've got two. I've got one that's the small maps, and then one that's got the fuel tanks, so I can take out a full fuel load, including the fuel tanks, and still have enough to kind of do my business and come back. But I mean, as I said before, if you're looking at a premium, I honestly suggest, if you're looking at, I would say, if you're looking at base bombing and you want an aircraft that does well, I would probably say your best bet is, I'd probably say either the Su-25 or the A-10. Just because you can go out, obviously you're going to be slow, but you can stay low to the ground. You can obviously attack the ground targets as well, so if someone... big maps. Anyway, I mean, the Tornado, I don't know if it, to be fair, because I'm sort of, I'm just sort of giving advice as in, where is it? There it is. Because obviously it does come with bombs. Obviously you do have countermeasure pods as well, so you've got 56 countermeasure pods. You get 2 AIM-9Ls. They can obviously take out a bomb load as well. You could take out the Tornado, to be fair. The only thing is, I'm just trying to look. The only thing is, I think, obviously you will face higher tier jets in that as well. If that's something that you're comfortable with doing, I mean, the thing is with the Tornado, it depends which variant you're using, because obviously if it's strapped with bombs, it's not going to turn very tightly or very well. I mean, this doesn't either. The F3 doesn't. But this is the, I'll use, imagine a set of inverted commas here, the fighter version of the Tornado. So you've got obviously just Sky Flashes and IR missiles. I've done it again. I haven't changed my... Lesson learned, always change your preset or you go into game. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't turn very well, but what it is good at, if you treat... So, if you've flown any of the Delta Wing aircraft, I would say treat it as that. So, Delta Wing aircraft are very good at turning, but they can't turn very sharply for very long. So you find you go into, like, if you try to maintain a turn in a Delta Wing, you will lose airspeed quite quickly and just lose all your maneuverability. I mean, yeah, I mean, it depends what you want. I mean, what is it that you're after the most? Like, is there an aircraft you particularly want to get to, or is it just like you just want to complete a nation as quickly as possible? Because, like, if you want to complete a nation as quickly as possible, the best option you've got is Israel, because it is the shortest. Like, it's the shortest and it's the quickest you can get to top tier in. Obviously, if you've got a specific aircraft in mind, then obviously pick that nation that has the aircraft and sort of stick with it. Obviously, me, I started with the British Air Tree for obvious reasons, but obviously I've mixed and matched and went to other nations, etc. Yeah, the fastest tree to do, particularly if you've got a premium account and a premium aircraft, is Israel. That is the quickest, because I think it's only got, I want to say 15, maybe 16 aircraft in it. And you do a bit, I mean, to be fair, you even start, I think you even start at BR 3.3 as well, so you don't actually start in the reserve tier. So it's definitely the quickest by far. Plus to be fair, as soon as you get, like with the Kafir, if you can grind to the Mirage, like the Mirage 3C, or the Shahak, should I call it now? It's the Shahak now, isn't it? And then spade that. Yeah, it's got the F-16. You have the, obviously you have the Brak 2, the Baz, and oh my god, I can't remember what the other F-16's called. The Baz, no, not the Baz. That's the F-15. Oh my god, that's going to elude me now. It's Brak 2 and something else. I can't remember what it's called. Net, that's it, Net. Don't know how I was meant to think of that just then. But yeah, so obviously you've got those three. You also have the F4 2000, so you've got the Kernas 2000, which comes with, I believe it was, yeah, it's 8 Python 3 missiles, and those missiles are some of the best, all aspects, heat-seeking missiles that you will get in War Thunder, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I think if you go back to some of my streams when I use those aircraft, you kind of get a grip of how potent those missiles are, because they are much bigger in terms of what's it? I think they're bigger in warhead, like TNT equivalent, like explosive mass. Yeah, I mean that's. Whoops. Oh, button. There's a 2000 there. Go on. Oof. Whoa, that was close. Who was that? Oh, is that MiG-23? Right, let's go MiG-23. I mean, numbers is all well and good. Oof, just hit my tail. I'm still alive. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Son of a bitch. Right. Yeah, I mean, so, hang on. I'll show you what I mean when you get to top tier. If you're looking to get to top tier as quickly as possible, there we are. So to get to top tier, you have to get to here, but you've got to go through a large proportion of this tech tree to get to here. This is like, that's like your baseline top tier. Whereas if I go to Israel, you only realistically have to do, I mean, you notice here it's a lot more smaller because you start off here and then you only need, I think it's 2 or 3, so you only need to do 3 to get to the next tier, and then 3 to the next tier, and then I believe it's 3 and then the next tier, and then 3 the next tier, or is it 2? No, to the light's 2. When you get to here, you only actually, I believe, need 2, and you just get to here, and then there you go. And as you can tell, I will come back to this at some point. I will get back to these, I will promise. But as for the time being, we're going to finish this because I am so very close to the, I know you said the sweet, well, technically it is okay, the South African Swedish Gripen. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, like the Japanese tech tree has always been known for, particularly in their early stages, like the zeros and things, they are very, very flimsy. So, you know, it's all down to preference. You know, always have said it before, it's always down to preference. I personally would say Israel, just because for me it was the quickest to get to top tier. Well, from someone that started, you know, from the ground and worked my way up to top tier from the British. You know, I did it with the British, I did it with the Americans. Obviously, I haven't done it with the Russians or the French. I started doing the French tech tree because I wanted the Mirage, and then they introduced the Israel tech tree. So then I started grinding that out. But I left it because I didn't really like using the BF-109. I said to myself, if they release a premium that I think I could get on board with, then I would purchase the premium for Israel and use that. Ooh, this could be, I think this might be a down tier, yeah, Jaguar IS. That's the Indian Jaguar, which means I think we might see some F5s, hopefully. Yeah, it's down to preference what you want to do. So obviously have a little look. You know, take some of the aircraft out for a test, like in the test flights. Test them out, see how you feel, and go from there. I personally would say try not to listen to like content creators' advice, because you know one will say one thing, another might say another, and you get a lot of contradicting arguments. There we go. about different aspects of an aircraft, and it might put you off, and then obviously you go for another one and you think, oh, I wish I'd got that. Just if you have your eye set on a set vehicle, go for that set vehicle. Don't let anyone else change your mind. Try and give it some thought and let that decision be your decision and not let anything else influence it. And other than that, I think that's pretty much all I can give you, really. Just keep your eye open, and eventually, yeah, I mean the Israel tree is definitely better. But yeah, just give it some proper thought and then go for it. Obviously, just know that whatever one you choose, you've got to be wholeheartedly happy with. Because I'll be honest, the amount of things I've seen or I see online where people say, oh, I ground this out in a week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be, just by doing this and this, and it's not realistic, because like, we're all human. 2, we're all going to be making mistakes. Like, there's no game that works just as perfectly as the last. Oops. Because if you get if you get a War Thunder match that's as good as that is every game, that's just not realistic. Because I've never had that. Like, there's been games where I might have had 1 or 2 good games, but never as perfect as what they've been saying. Ooh dear. Wow. They loved me, didn't they? How many missiles did I get? Jesus. But yeah. Oh. New upgrade. Now, do I want Skyflash Super Temps first? No, I'll do the performance enhancements first. So I do like this new description. Engine or cover? I'm going to do new cannons next. I'm going to finish this side, so then we can get this bonus. Yeah, I probably will get the super temps next, I think, because I want to get the 15,200% research per. Let me try that again. I want to get the 15,200 research points that is going to go to the Gripen, and then after that will be what I'll do is I'll do this, then start grinding the super temps, and then we'll get the last 3. I do actually want. No, don't want to do that. Oh, do you know what? Because I haven't lost any modifications. Okay, there. We'll do super temps now. off we go.
Tornadoes. Should be an okay BR by the looks of things. Hopefully. Welcome back again. Again. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to start. We're going to research the super temps. I do want to see what their performance is like, because I've got a funny feeling if the Skyflash super temps perform anything like they should do in real life, they should be BVR. They should be BVR missiles, similar to the AIM-54s. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to unlock them. This will be the next. This is what we're grinding for now. So I'm going to try and get them now, and then hopefully you might be able to stick the radar in TWS mode and see if it can track to the target. I may have to go off stream afterwards and just see how they work. Even if we go into like a... Ooh. So an idea, if I unlock them, we could go into a custom game. That gives me an idea. Yeah, I'll hop into a custom game. I'll test them out against the AI before I take it out into an actual game. God forbid what would happen if I take them out and I can't use them first try. Sensing AC KD no. Oops, no. Where is it? Change. There it is. Oh. No. There we go. Oops. I'm trying to switch it off, thank you very much. There, I need to color powers. I'm not going to go through. Oh! That's what I get faffing about. I mean, that was crazy. I thought that was a MiG-23 that hit me. Right, okay then. Let's try again. Right, oh no. Learnt my lesson the first time. Let's take out a full fuel tank. So that is definitely going to be operation. Yes. Big map? Yeah, big map. Joy, 29. actually what I think of it. Do remind me I need to edit my cat measure period. So I need to change it from a second. I'm going to change it to a slightly decrease the time, so I can drop more flares and chaff one after the other. Keep meaning to change and upgrade my flare cap measures. They drop more frequently. I'm like an absolute idiot, I keep forgetting every time. Let's get down. What the hell? Oh, fuel starvation. That's rare. I've never seen that before. I've seen it once, but it's only with the Spitfire, I believe, the very first Spitfire Mark 1. If you flew upside down too long, they'd choke the carburetor and actually shut the engine off. What the hell? Looking good. Got it. Anyone here right now? There we go. Let's drop tanks. Let's head into the area. To be fair, I'm not really bothered. I mean, to be fair, I do have someone watching, so I can't really say there's no one watching, can we? No, but I mean, people tend to catch it when they can. Obviously, because of like how I work and what I do, I don't get a lot of, I'm not able to, stream on stick days where people may want me to stream. Obviously I can't stream every day, or I do try and stream every day, so it's a lie. But yeah, I just try and make the most out of it, really. Yeah, I mean, I tend to obviously stream without a mic most of the time, but I say the preference, because I find I can concentrate more when I'm not talking. Obviously, when I go into full concentration, I struggle to be able to talk one after the other. But I mean, the thing is, like, I for one, I'm happy to stream, and if no one watches, no one watches. But I mean, people tend to stream. I mean, I do notice that people do tend to catch my stream as actually a video, because obviously it uploads as a video when I'm finished. So it's nice to obviously people can come back to it at some point and watch it and see how far I've got, going from the start. When I started riding the Tornado F3, obviously unlocking it and then saving the Silver Lions, so getting Silver Lions together, and then now we're spading it. Because
obviously a lot of the time people see, yeah, I'm not going to do that, that's just too cringy, that's just, I'll be honest, there's people um, just doing it just to try and be popular and the next best thing, because I'd rather just do things my way. Whereas, you know, you find a lot of people, they do stuff like that, how you just said, and it's all cookie cutter, much of the same. Whereas when I stream, I can sit down, relax. You know, people that can come in maybe for an hour or two or 20 minutes or so, come in, have chat. You know, it's just more of a case of, you know, conversations and talking with people as opposed to just somehow just locked onto a missile. It's more of a case of just having a nice, pleasant conversation with people as opposed to just doing it just for popularity. You know, I do it more for fun than I do actually for anything else. Yeah, I see. The things I do it more for. I do tend to do it more for fun than anything else. Like, don't get me wrong, I would like to be, but I'm just giving it time. Like, I'm not in a rush to get popular. I'm really not. Because, you know, I've got more commitments outside of, you know, outside of here. You know, I'm more, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? Basically, I've got more commitments outside of this, what you're seeing now, than what I do in general. So I'm not basically, you know, sat in front of I'm not sat in front of a screen all day. Like, you know, I have to I have to go to work every morning. You know, like today, everyone's kind of caught me a bit lucky, really, because the last 2 days I've been able to finish early at work as opposed to finishing at 2, coming home. But you know, by the time I've got sat down and ready to stream and just relax, I'm, you know, most of the way into my day. You know, I've only got a couple of hours of the day. Whereas, you know, some people, for example, this makes me sound old when I say this, but basically kids that are, you know, they go to school 9 to 5, come home, or not even 9 to 5, it's 9 to 3, you know, 9 o'clock till 3, they can go home, just go straight, you know, go straight on their PlayStation computer, or whatever it may be. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. Not anymore. You know, I used to, many years ago, but not anymore. I don't know where the hell that missile went. Somehow it's gone straight in between the two of them. But yeah, so I try to stream and play as much as I can, but it's only when I got the time. And if anything, it's more for my enjoyment as opposed to anything else. Like, I'm not fussed if I don't get as much views as someone incredibly popular. I'm not that worried, because I'm just doing it more for fun than anything else. And to be totally honest, if I see someone that's you know, that might just be starting out with War Thunder and thinking, oh, is this a good game to get into? And this, you know, they might they may full well come across my stream, or even come across my channel. And if they do, I want them to see, you know, that if they have a day where, you know, they've been playing for, you know, months and months and months, and they just feel like they're not getting anywhere, I want them to look at the stream and sort of say, actually, you know, he's had games where he's played absolutely, you know, he's absolutely dog shit, pardon the French, but, you know, he's still getting there. You know, we all have games and we all have matches where, you know, we just don't do well, we just do absolutely terribly. We just have a game where we don't kill anything. You know, or we just go into a match, we die within 5 seconds, and, you know, it's continuous. And I'm the same. Like, I'll go in, have a couple of decent games, and then the rest will be pretty naff. But that's life. That's that's the whole aspect of this game. It's just good day, bad day. Some days are worse. Like, if you go back through all of my streams that I've done, excuse me, from the very, very start, you'll see just how bad it is. Because, we're all not perfect. And I just want everyone to kind of see. I haven't done that yet, have I? Do that. Yeah, so I just want everyone to see that we're all in the same boat. Like, that's sort of one thing that I don't sort of play. Well, I don't do like a cookie cutter sort of recipe. Like, I don't tend to go, right, I'm going to do little cuts and shorts of different parts of my gameplay, put it into one, because someone else could see that and they would interpret it as, oh, he's had, for example, 8-10 games in one video clip and he's done really, really well. How can I be like that? Well, I want everyone to see the actual truth of it all. I go into gameplays, I go into games, I do really, really good, and then some I do really, really badly. And I want, and I think for me it's more genuine. It's more transparent, because you can come in and see, actually, I am a basic standard player. Like, I'm not a try hard little esports player. Like, I just come in, enjoy myself. If I'm having a nice conversation, talk about anything you can think of, any piece of life advice, I will try and give my life advice. Other than that, it's just enjoy gaming for what it is. Just enjoyment for a change, as opposed to constantly looking for the next craze or the next phase. Phase is the right pronunciation. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question to a degree. I mean, I would be tempted to do that, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Plus, I'll be honest, I don't actually have the time either. That's the only, obviously, that's what it basically boils down to. I genuinely don't have the time. I hope that does honestly answer your question to a degree. I did try my best to answer it as openly and honestly as I could. No, it's the wrong one. That is so annoying. Oh, that is so annoying. How long have I been streaming for? Bloody hell. Right. I'm going to do this last game. And then that'll be, I think that'll most likely be my lot. How far are we? Yeah, if I can have one last game, hopefully either hit 290,000, 290,000 or 300,000 research picked up with the Griffin. Oh, why this map? Why? Oh. So I did put fuel tanks on. Happy days. Okay, so I think this could be quite a good game. Because by the looks of this BR spread, so we've got FLJs, FGR2 fancy, it's at least 11.3. Could be less, could be 11.0. No, it's definitely 11.3. If I say 11.0, that's way too adventurous. Climb up this in altitude. Probably the worst idea I could have, but does that say F16? That's F15. Is that part F18? Is that my eyes tricking me? F4, F23, F, and F15. Son of a bitch. Okay, yep. We do well. I'll be honest with you, Matt. Where the hell did I put my phone? Hang on a minute. No, I'm not 11.7, I'm 11.3. See? Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't really play with viewers just because if ever I am streaming, obviously I've done it before where I'm constantly going to games, because this is what I don't like about yeah, the Tornado F3 is 11.3. Where was I? The problem I have is that I obviously when I do play War Thunder, I only ever play it when I'm on stream, and the issue I have with War Thunder themselves is that obviously when you're streaming, or not streaming, sorry, when you're in a squad with someone, particularly if it's realistic battles, the amount of times where obviously if you die, that's it. That's what I find really annoying, because it'd be nice if you could actually oh, you've got to be kidding me. So I somehow spoofed the missile and it still hit me. How does that even make sense? Yeah, are you looking at... Because you might be looking at... Yep, if you got it set to arcade battles, that's why. Because the moment you change, obviously if I go to realistic, it's 11.3. If I go to arcade, it's 11.7. I'll go auto select. There we go. Oh great, so now my chat's now scuffed. So now all my chat's coming through, all on my screen, all on my monitor screen, television screen. Hang on, I've got an idea that might fix that. Hopefully. Yeah, so this match now is my last match, unfortunately. But yes, the issue I kind of had with War Thunder is the fact that obviously if one person dies, then you always, the other person's always sat at the hangar waiting for the next game, which I find incredibly frustrating. I think if you go to squad up, obviously I personally think it's got to be multiple live system or something. I mean, it's obviously not fun for people that, obviously, if I'm streaming, they come in and they see me sitting watching someone else fly around as a spectator, and because the first question I always get is, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? And it's sort of a case of, well, I'm waiting to go back and blah blah blah, and it's just a whole can of worms you don't ever want to open. I mean, I'll never forget, there was one occasion, the best occasion I've got, so I was explaining to someone a best way of grinding out a tech tree or something. No, it wasn't. It was, they wanted to see how many vehicles or how much I'd researched to get to level 100. So I said, right, I'll show you. So, because someone made the accusation of, because I'm a bad player, because I'm a level 100, I can't be a very good player, or I'm not a very good, can't the exact turn of phrase, but essentially I had to go, I went through all of my trees, show them how far I got in every single tree, and while I was doing that, someone popped into the chat and went, the exact words were, this isn't such and such plane, why aren't you flying such and such plane? I'm literally, obviously, I'm audibly describing it to someone as well, so you would think, by hearing me say, right, this is the one, this is what I ground out, this is the next one I ground out, this is the next one I ground out, you'd think at some point someone would go, he's obviously explaining to someone, I'm, going to keep my little keyboard warrior fingers to myself and not say anything back, but obviously not. I do find quite frustrating. There's no way it's going to make it. That does. Got him, so yeah. So sort of. Fuck's sake! That is literally. Okay, on that note, I'm going to call it a day, because I have no question for that at all. I got somehow shot down by a jet that wasn't looking at me, and I'm now airspawn maps I do quite like. I mean, I do miss the city one that had an airspawn. Other than that, can't really complain. And on that note, I just want to say, have fun. Thanks for stopping by, everybody that came to visit. Hope you liked the video. We are not sure how far. We're still 100, just about 120k off the Gripen, and we are still researching the super temps. Until we get those, then we'll get these, and then Spaded Tornado F3. Have fun, everyone, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.